Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to NTV Europe's weekly chat show, Talking Point. I'm your host, Syed Neaz Ahmed. In our studios today, we have a very distinguished barrister. He is also known to be involved in the community affairs here in this country and back home. We will explore in this hour his work and his love for the community and love for his clients. He is also known for pro bono cases that he provides to people who cannot afford the legal fee. Welcome to the show, Barrister Muhammad Monwar Hossain.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure and an honor to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
I have been privileged with the luck and opportunity of hosting so many lawyers, and today I have another brilliant guest. You specialize in UK immigration, asylum, nationality, human rights, immigration appeals, and judicial review. You did your basic education back home in management. You have a master's degree, and then you studied law, LLB honors
in this country. Yes.
You were called to the bar, as they say, in 1996 from the Honorable Society of Lincoln, 1998, Lincoln's Inn. You are also qualified to exercise full rights and guidance before all courts in England and Wales. I will ask you about that. Registered with the Bar Council, England and Wales. When you say qualified to exercise full right of guidance before or audience before all courts in England and Wales, what does it mean? We'll come to that, but I want to ask you, how did and when did and how the long journey of Mr. Muhammad Monwar Hossain became barrister at law? Was it your desire from the very beginning to become a lawyer?
Not from my childhood, but once I did my master's from University of Chittagong in Bangladesh, and I was actually seriously involved in very progressive student politics. I've had a dream to change the society, social system, and to develop the economy and make changes to politics, make changes to legal system. Then my motivation came to become a barrister, basically, and to qualify in this country, basically. And I thought, because of Mahatma Gandhi, Qaid Azam, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, many leaders, the well-known leaders, they all became barristers. And barristers...
And some of them went to Lincoln's Inn.
Yeah, many of them actually. And barristers' qualification itself is something illuminating, and it's very fascinating and very attractive and impressive in our country. Once someone is known as a barrister, I don't know now the situation what is, but used to be very well honored.
It was looked up.
Yeah, and I thought if I become a barrister, people will listen to me, and I can bring some changes, and it will add to my qualification whatever I can.
You will be better placed to serve the humanity.
Yes, indeed, and that is what I'm doing at the moment. After becoming barrister, I'm not just sitting down as a barrister. I'm not working as a barrister only. I work in the best community's best interest, like by doing work for human rights. You might have found that I'm the Secretary General of Human Rights International.
Right, we'll talk about that.
Yes, yep. And also social work I do.
Right.
Pro bono basis, I do some work, as you said in my introduction. I do lots of cases free because people may have some sort of critical disease like cancer, kidney failure, liver failures, something like that, and people cannot afford to pay, but they need to be in this country. Some asylum cases, I always try my best to help them free of cost, but not all cases you can do free, but many I do.
I was reading that one of your very interesting advice to migrants, that you advise migrants to enter the United Kingdom with genuine intentions and you make them aware of the consequences of breaking the law.
That is, I have been doing, you may know that since 2001 I have been doing the TV programs, and
right.
whenever I start my program I always I try to raise awareness about the consequences of breaking law. Whenever someone goes to any country, actually he or she will have to follow the law of the land where he is now at the moment. So yes, there are economic migrants will be coming to here, or even from the UK people will go to different countries. It doesn't matter, but
that is how the British Raj was established.
Well, they made people poor, and people are coming to this country for survival, and not from Bangladesh or India only. People are coming from different countries.
Yeah, from all over the world. Yes.
But who made them poor? And people from England used to go to Bengal and India for better economy, for commercial purpose, as merchant.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, they occupied the whole land. They grabbed the whole land, and they made the people.
The East India Company became the Raj.
Yes, indeed. So I don't want to repeat that history, it's long history. But
right.
If you go back to that, time, you'll see that lots of exploitation. And independence of Pakistan or Bangladesh or India did not come easily.
Right.
Lots of bladshed, lots of fighters went to prison.
Right.
Even people are kept.
It took more than 100 years, isn't it? See.
It
started in 1857.
Yeah.
Culminated in 1947.
Yeah, I was telling my children yesterday, that last night I was watching a film like Chittagong, India, and about the liberation movement before India got freedom. It was, in 1930 there was a revolution in Chittagong by Master Surjo Sen about that. And about that revolution, there was this film. There was two films, one is Chittagong. So I was telling, well, lots of people had to be in prison for even 20, 30 years because they were fighting against the British regime. So now they have to take the responsibilities about all these poverties people are facing in those countries, and for economic reasons.
There was no legal aid then, isn't it?
No. But now there is legal aid. Of course, it is restricted at the moment.
Right.
It's just things have been changed, There's no legal aid, yes, for the people who are thrown into prison.
True. I don't mean legal aid, but free legal aid. I mean, everybody is entitled to appoint a solicitor or a lawyer on his behalf.
There is always provision, I think, so far from the British regime, and still, if you see the Indian, Bangladesh and Pakistani law, that, well, if you cannot afford any lawyer, the government will give you lawyer to represent you. That is happening in Bangladesh. In some cases, you might have seen there are some cases, and they are abroad. They are out of the country, but the trial is going on. So the government nominated lawyer can represent him, so that you cannot challenge it. Well, there's no advocate in my presence, in my absence, so I couldn't get the justice. So that you cannot argue that point.
Right.
So you are given an
advocate. But somebody is absconding.
Yeah, someone is absconding. That is possible in Bangladesh, and somebody is is not facing the trial
for whatever reasons. Yes.
For whatever reasons. And if you cannot afford, in serious cases, government has got provision to provide you a lawyer. But as far as I understand, those representation are not with a good quality to defend the clients enough. So people at the end of the day don't get justice.
You raised a point as you came in, and a very interesting point, and I've often toyed with that idea of asking questions to so many barristers and lawyers that I know. We live in East London. This is the hub of activities of most of the Bangladeshi community. We have 5 channels, 24-hour, beaming to UK and Europe, and there are other channels coming up. We have 10, 12 weekly newspapers, and it is not unlikely that in this Tower Hamlets we have about some 300 solicitors, barristers and lawyers, all lumped together, you see. Somebody had done a research, and I was reading that we have about 50 to 60 mosques, some 75 betting shops, and, and quite a number of solicitors available. Is it because we are a very law-abiding community, or is it because we are not law-abiding community that we have so many lawyers in this area, small area?
If you go to central London, it's where the most barrister chambers are based, say in temple areas, and you'll see Fleet Street or Strand or Holborn. You'll see in East Chamber, you will see 40, 50 barristers are sitting together. And why we don't have that sort of business within our Asian community? I'm not just blaming our Bengali community. We can have, I used to have, I was a member of a chamber in East London. There was the first chamber. 16 members were there, but we cannot actually continue that chamber because of the practicability, because of some other problems, administrative problems. You need to have the clerkings and all these things, because the clerking system is very expensive. It's not easy to keep proper clerks actually for a chamber where other barristers will be practicing, unless you have got very good number of barristers practicing and a good number of cases are coming. But it is possible. I have actually seen, I've checked with the Bar Council, that is possible, and I have done some research, that is possible in our East London, to have a very good barrister chamber, to have a very big solicitor chamber. If you are talking about a solicitor's chamber, you will see, so the solicitor's firm, there are firms where 300-400 solicitors, even 700 solicitors are practicing. They have got different branches. But we have got a common trend. If someone has become a solicitor, he just opens a firm without any good experience or knowledge. So then they get closed down within short time. Because once the law society or SRA, the Solicitor Regulation Authority, they come for auditing, then they get stuck. Because in the audit, the defects are found, and the less, low quality of client care is found, then the firm is closed down. You might have heard in the newspaper, I think medias, that recently with more than 1 million funds, somebody has just gone away. He is qualified solicitor. So this sort of solicitors, firms, are not expected in the community. They are not actually for the well-being of the community. If you look at the barristers' practice, actually not all barristers are actually practicing certificate holders. There are quite a few in East London. You have seen Toynbee Hall's report and newspaper reports. There are quite a few. Very handful number of barristers are practicing, because becoming practicing barrister is not an easy thing, because you have to do the pupillage, then you have to be in chamber for more than 3 years, then you become fully qualified, then you get to full right audience.
Barrister Monwar, we will have to take this break, and then when we come back, we will definitely pick up this thread of very interesting topic. We will take this break, and then when we come back, we will continue with the very interesting discussion with our guest today, Barrister Mohammad Monwar Hossain. Thank you.